a dreamer, a girl who never saw the world, and a boy chasing the sea. In bustling Osaka, university student Tsuneo Suzukawa lives a busy life, juggling marine biology studies and part-time work at a diving shop. One day, while walking down a steep road, he sees a wheelchair speeding out of control. In that chair is Josee, a fiery, disabled young woman with a sharp tongue and an even sharper sense of pride. She crashes, and Tsuneo rushes in to help. That moment, chaotic, messy, and unexpected, becomes the beginning of their story. Josee's grandmother, Chizu, thanks Tsuneo and invites him into their home. By the next day, she offers him a paid job to be Josee's caretaker. Josee is far from grateful. She's bossy, moody, and emotionally guarded. She insults Tsuneo, questions his intelligence, and tests his patience. Overwhelmed by Josee's mood swings and insults, Tsuneo decides to quit. He heads to her home to give notice. But she's not there. Worried, he searches the nearby streets and finds her in the most unexpected place. Near the railway, alone, in her wheelchair. She tells him she was trying to find the sea, to know what seawater tastes like. It's childish, maybe even reckless, but it's real. It's the first time Tsuneo sees the vulnerable girl behind the harsh words. Without a second thought, he lifts her up and brings her to the ocean. There in the shallows, she gets splashed by the water and tastes it. It's salty, of course, but to her, it's more than that. It's freedom. It's possibility. The two laugh, splash around, and for the first time, truly connect. Tsuneo doesn't quit. Not after this. As days turn into weeks, Josee slowly opens up. Under her harsh exterior is someone full of wonder, a girl who's always longed to see the world, but never could. They share moments, exploring hidden spots around town. In return, she shows him her imagination, full of colors, stories, and emotion. Their connection deepens. Tsuneo is soon offered a life-changing opportunity, a scholarship to study marine biology in Mexico, his dream. But he keeps it a secret from Josee. Meanwhile, Josee starts to explore her independence. With help from a friend, Kana Kishimoto, she gets a job at the local library, a small but important step forward. Then tragedy hits. Chizu dies suddenly of a heart attack, leaving Josee alone for the first time. She tries to carry on, but two men inform her she must vacate the house temporarily. She's lost, emotionally and physically. Mai Ninomiya, a co-worker who has feelings for Tsuneo, tells Josee to redeem herself and set him free. It's a harsh message, but one that plants a seed. Instead of focusing on her art, Josee becomes an office worker. She distances herself from the things that once brought her joy. Tsuneo and Josee meet again at the beach. A heartfelt conversation turns into a disagreement, emotions boiling over. On the way home, Josee's wheelchair gets stuck in the road. Tsuneo rushes to help her, just as he once did. But this time, he's struck by a car. The accident leaves him with a fractured leg and 2 months of rehab, and it costs him the Mexico scholarship. Another student takes his place. His dream is gone. Recovering in the hospital, Tsuneo isolates himself, devastated. Josee doesn't visit, not at first. But while he's healing, she finds her own path again. Inspired, Josee returns to art. She writes and illustrates a children's story, The Mermaid and the Radiant Wings, a beautiful allegory of their journey. One of Tsuneo's friends brings him to the library, where she's reading the story to children. It's her way of reaching out. Tsuneo is moved. Something in that moment lights a fire inside him. He begins intense physical therapy, refusing to let his injury define him. He tells Josee he wants her by his side when he's discharged. But she says only, I'll be happy for you. When the day comes, Josee doesn't appear. Tsuneo returns to her house and finds it abandoned. Winter covers the city in white. Josee is nowhere to be found. As Tsuneo and his friends search the streets, he finds wheelchair tracks in the snow. They lead him to the zoo, where Josee went to see the tiger, the symbol of her imagination and dreams. As she leaves, a stranger accidentally bumps her wheelchair, sending her tumbling into the snow. And just like the day they met, Tsuneo catches her in his arms. Holding each other, they finally confess what words couldn't say. Josee wants to keep drawing and become a storybook illustrator. Tsuneo tells her he'll go to Mexico because he loves her. She says she loves him too. Then we see Tsuneo going to Mexico, fulfilling his dream. Josee moves on too, leaving behind the house that once trapped her. A year later, Tsuneo returns to Japan, and they continue their story, not as caretakers or dreamers, but as equals. Josee, the tiger and the fish, is about more than love. It's about letting go of fear, reaching beyond limits, and learning that sometimes the hardest journeys are the most beautiful ones. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us. What moment in this film hit you the hardest?